Hi students, this is part 2 to Virtual Art Project number 17, talking about making a two-dimensional shape look three-dimensional by using shading or value. Okay, here it is. Now, this is a still life, and I'll go over what a still life is again. A still life is when you place objects in a certain way and you draw them and you make art out of them by looking at them. Still life, okay? Still lifes can consist of flowers, fruit, bowls, all those kind of things to make actually very interesting art. But today we're just using basic shapes. Okay, let's go over the shapes again. A cone, a cube, a sphere, and a cylinder. Now, in order to make these shapes look three-dimensional, we have to use value or shading. And I'm going to teach you how to do that today. And boys and girls, I just want to compliment you on how well you are doing in art this year. I'm seeing wonderful progression in your art, and I'm so proud of you all. You are all doing fabulous jobs, and I know that you can tackle this one. This one is essential if you are planning on going into art later in life. This is a very basic skill that you need to learn, okay? And like I said, this is not that hard. You will get the shapes drawn for you already, and they will be in the correct proportion. Now, do you remember proportion? Proportion is when we look at objects and we draw them the correct size in relation to one another to make it look correct. Like, for example, the cylinder is the largest object and the sphere is much smaller. The sphere is in front of the cube, and then the cone is the second tallest. But they're all in the correct proportion to one another to make them look correct or real. All right? Now let me show you the materials that you're going to need to do this. HB pencil, and that means that's an equivalent to a number 2 pencil. Its lead is rather hard, okay? And we use this for light shading. Now I have a 4B. When we add a number to the B, we start getting into shading pencils. Now a 4B is a medium shading pencil. If I had an 8B, that would be a softer lead and a lot darker for shading. So when the numbers go up, the softer the lead. Okay? And another example, 2B would be harder than the 4B as far as the lead. I also have an ebony pencil, which is extremely soft because it's all graphite. And this one we use very gently because this one could break very easily. It's a very soft lead, but it's very dark. And then I will get into what this is once we start using it. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to bring this, I'll put my materials up here, and of course my eraser, okay? Now, I'm going to start at the bottom of the sphere, and as you can see here, it's a little lighter down here because it's round, and you have to make it look like it's round. So we're starting with the HB pencil, and as you can see, I'm putting the pencil on, I'm drawing, coloring in, very lightly. I'm not pressing hard, and I am following the shape of the object or the circle, because if we want it to look round, we have to follow the shape. Now, I'm also doing a technique called cross-hatching. That's when we crisscross lines over one another. And we do that so that you don't have any lines sticking out when you start blending your pencils together. Okay? So, now I think it's light up until about here. You see how I'm cross-hatching, going over the lines, crisscrossing. Okay. Okay. Now, as you look at this is much darker here now, because now the sphere is turning, okay, into a circle, or I mean a sphere, and it's becoming three-dimensional. So we are going to use a little bit of the 4B. Now look how much darker this 4B is than the HB, and I'm not even pressing hard. Does everybody see that? Not even pressing hard at all. I'm going to do my cross hatching. Okay, and then I'm going to go into my ebony pencil, darkest, because this is the darkest area, and since the sphere is the closest to us, it's going to be the darkest shaded, where it's supposed to be shaded. There's a light source up here. Okay, the lights are coming from the ceiling. So this, and this area here, and portion of this are all going to be very, very light, because that's where the light is hitting it. The farther away you are from the light, the darker the object is. So obviously the other side of the sphere, which I'm coloring right now, isn't seeing any light, so it's dark. And if you notice, I'm still following that shape of the circle to make it look round. Everybody see that? I'm doing my cross hatching. Okay. Now, that doesn't look very smooth right now, does it? Okay. Now, look how smooth this is compared to this. This is called a stump. All right? A stump is compressed paper, and it is used to blend pencil or pastels. Okay, anything that you would do blending with. I mean, I certainly wouldn't use it with paint, but what I do is lightly rub where I applied the pencil, and if you're noticing, I'm using the side of the stump and not the point. Very important. I'm going to go over all the pencil. Now, one nice thing about pencil drawings, this is a little dark down here compared to this. So I'm going to take my eraser and I'm going to make it a little bit lighter. Because one thing about a pencil drawing, you never can make a mistake. That's why I like pencil. Okay? Now I think that looks much better. Okay? Now, I'm also going to take out some of this because I don't think I need that much. Shading up in that area. Okay. And I think that looks pretty good. What do you think? Now, boys and girls, I'm sure you can do this. I know you can do it. It's not that hard. So, if you have any questions, like I said, I will have a document camera soon, and I might be able to come to you guys live and help you on a Zoom meeting. All right? That'll be in a few weeks. But I want you to complete this. Now, this cylinder is not going to be as dark, even though it's dark here, because the light source is over here. It's going to be dark right here. And I'll show you on this one. But it's not as dark as this. A little darker back here. And as you can see, this is not as dark as this. Okay, because this is the main object in the front. And also, if you look at this, this looks like it's floating in the air right now. When you put in your shadows, okay, right here, and the darkest area in the entire picture is right underneath the sphere, okay? And the shadow is what makes this look like it's sitting on a table. Okay, everybody get that? Same with this, the cylinder here, and the cone and the cube. Now they actually look like they're sitting on the table because I added shadow. Now I'm going to make a copy of this for each class so you have a visual to be able to complete this. But I want you to try. Don't be scared. It's not that hard. Give it a shot. Okay? I'll be back soon with the next project. Hope you like this one. And I can't wait to see how well you do. Have a great day.